All right, here's half the stock. Okay, I'm gonna put that away in the freezer. We're gonna make shrimp bisque with that. All right, I chopped up all the Daly's ham. I said it's a good pound. All right, there's some thick cut cedar ham, cedar smoked ham, I think. All right, here's our pile. 2 pounds of shrimp minus shell, so you lose about 10%. There's my coffee. You know, man, sometimes you just gotta say it how it is, you know what I mean? Man, my friend, blessings on the way, you know what I mean? Got a new baby on the way. I dedicate this show to you, Liz and DJ too. To your daughter, Devin. To your daughter, Devin. From Uncle Thor. So I dedicate this show to you all. And so yeah, we're just gonna cook this down. All right. I got my flour ready. I've got my this all cut up. My potatoes, and here's how big they are. All right, and over here I've got some Chef Nizik. He's on eBay. These are ancho smoked chilies, very nice. The lime. Come back over here. Turn down. It's really sweet, man. This alright, so lime. Whisk. A whisk and a rubber band at the same time. Alright. That's going. And one more spoon. Even more important, to stir my coffee. All right. I got 2 more of these things. I should get them. I had them up. Make planters out of them, and then they turned into things in the table in my way. But they can be things not in my way again. Here. All right, so here's all my product. All right. So there's all the product: flour, stock, potatoes. All right. And I'm really trying to get all the fat out of this. I should have chopped all the fat up first and thrown it in and really rendered the fat harder before I put the meat in at the same time. But the meat will pick up some of the moisture, of course, of the whole meal. But it helps avoid some of that stick right there, because that's from my oven drying to the bottom of the pan. You can see it comes up, but that's fondant. But I can also bring it up with the suspension, which I'm going to do. So, all right, right now I want to put in I want to go a little bit longer. I turned the temperature down and turned the temperature back up to high. Let's make things happen now. Everything's close enough so I can blast it for a second, because I'm about to put a bunch of product in there. Alright? Which is my hard veggies. And then we're going to build our roux. Alright? What's my hard veggies? And the ancho chilies. Alright? And a little bit of lemon zest. Can you see that? I'm saving some of the lemon zest for later. There's about a half of it now. Well, actually, in this batch, I'm gonna use, I'm sending this. Yeah. Anyway. So Devin, from Uncle Thor, stay up and hang out with Mom for like your 40th week, and then come out all cool. No more giving us jump starts, all right? I'm just saying. I got a little piece of celery that tried to get away. She's gonna have green eyes. Huh. No, I'm really happy because alright, so I saw that paid off. And I'm gonna hold you again because we're gonna do put flour in. Let's move the spatula out. We're gonna put flour in. And we're gonna give it a mix. And it's gonna look like wet sand. Clinging to all this stuff and like buggies and whatnot. And I want a little bit more flour. So I put a little bit more in. And a little bit of butter, oil. You make some more wet sand. Wet sand. See that? Alright, now we're going to turn it way down. Put it in the chicken stock. I mean the shrimp stock. Ooh, and not put those peppercorns in there. Alright. And then whisk. Stop the bottom from that browning that it was doing. Get it all reincorporated. Alright, turning big sauce already, and that means we need the second liquid, which is what I have right now. Half and half. Dun, 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 dun. It'll work. Why? Because I've done this expedition before. Alright. There we go. A little bit more, half and half. Yep. And then put you guys down. Alright. Now I'm putting a lot of product back in. But remember that one part in the bottom of my pan on this side that I didn't get completely scraped? When I was whisking, the liquid didn't take over fast enough. So, I'm going to take my whisk off and go back to my spat and rub on that area there until I get it all right back to the nice sliding of the pan. And I can feel the other side. I can feel this other side right here is real slippery because that's where we got it lifted up, and over here it's real sticky. So I want to make it all smooth feeling. And it takes a while, and you want to do that before those turn. I mean, you want to do it now. If they're too brown, you don't want to do it because it throws your sauce off. But right now, I do it because I don't want it to create a buildup. And a bechamel will create a buildup on the bottom of a pan. You can overheat it, and you can actually, you can get away with it with tomato sauces sometimes. I used to burn the bottom of the very center of the pot like that, or maybe a circle about that big, and just a hair deep, but not burn the soup. So now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this up to cook the potatoes. Right now I'm going to put in 1 lime. Woo! Or half lime juice. Okay. Yeah, that's really hard for me to do. It's like the doctors, and he asked me, he goes, here, put your hands together, right? And I'm sitting there, and I've like been in a bus for an hour, and I'm just like all locked up. And he's like, put your hands together, and I'm like, and he goes, can you go out? And I'm like, yeah. And if I go like that, and like, no, not like that. Do that. Maybe it's like that. Oh, yeah. Now, can I go out? No. Ow! Okay, I'm gonna stop messing around on the show. I'm trying to prove nothing to nobody, man. Don't try to prove nothing to nobody. I'm reading through all my SSD paperwork, okay? And like, I've read legal stuff before, and man, he's got so many like different things going on, and I don't know. Some respects, I'm a little. I guess I'm just saying thank you for the blessing I received. I'm surprised not the way it worked out, but the way it worked out, hopefully it's just going to be a stepping stone in this career of life of mine. Because guys, I'm cooking to cook and to show you guys something. All right, now I'm turning it down because it's starting to look. See the bubbles? All right, and that means the bottom was getting real hot. So I had it on like almost medium high to high, and I might even just take a little water, just to be smart. And here's a cool trick: if you go boop, and kind of slide it down the bottom, and then push it like that, it gets underneath all your product, and then creates kind of like a water. Because water is heavier than cream. So if you do it right, you can get it to slide down the bottom. If you do it with a sink just right, you can get it to go and totally take over the bottom of a pot. On a big pot, it's cool. It's cool. I totally used to go right over and put it right on there and go full blast and then turn it off. And I knew that water would shoot down the side of the pan and shoot across the bottom of the pan and splay out like the normal water would do if it came down at an angle like that. It would spread outward, right? And then it fills up the soup just a hair, and then I shut it off and give it a little stir. So we're gonna let this go until the potatoes are done. So we want a gentle simmer, and since it's cream based, even though I just put that water in there, but look, it's pretty loose now. Okay. But it is going to thicken up with the roux, so I have to watch it very closely for the next 20 minutes. All right, so every 3 minutes I'm going to come take a look at it. All right,